standing in front of Frati Gelato Cafe in Fullerton. Those of you who watch my show or listen to us on the radio know how much I love ice cream. And when I discovered gelato, especially Frati Gelato, I was hooked. There's no better place in Orange County, or the country for that matter, to get gelato. This guy trained in Italy. He is a master gelato maker, and his stuff is to die for. Enough about me talking about it. Let's go in and check it out. It's a great place to be. Frati Gelato Cafe in Fullerton.
Every now and again, you come across an establishment that truly puts an artisan stamp on their craft. Every element of the process and every ingredient is masterfully selected, producing a product that is delectable. And with gelato being a fraction of the fat and calories of ice cream, it truly is habit forming.
Anthony, tell me what is the major difference between ice cream and gelato?
Well, the major difference is that gelato is made with milk and not cream, so it has a low fat content. It has about 1/4, 1/5 the fat of ice cream. My recipe goes from 5 to 7% butter fat, and usually ice cream has 25, 28% and can go even higher than that. That's a major difference. And then also the process that it's mixed when it's freezing. The machine that I have that I brought from Italy, it doesn't whip it as much as ice cream. It has the way it's the paddles are formed. There's not as much air whipped into it. And a matter of fact, very little. And the way that I balance my recipe with the sugars and the fats has about 20% air. And the ice cream can go, depending if it's a premium ice cream, can go have 150%. But some of the less expensive ice creams can go up to 250%. And the other thing is that when there's a high fat content, it takes longer for your taste buds to actually sense the flavors. So that you can taste, in gelato, you taste the flavors right away. You say, oh, that's chocolate, that's, you know, pistachio, that's whatever flavor I put in there, you taste that first.
Now, can you tell me what have been your most popular flavors?
Well, my most popular is Frati. I named it after the store. It was by chance the first day that I opened, actually the day before when I was kind of deciding what I wanted for a signature flavor for the store. I made a little recipe up, and it's made with mascarpone, milk of course, mascarpone, and I make a pistachio cream and pine nut that I put on top, so it gives it a little accent. And that's become the most popular flavor. People really like it. Maybe because also it's a flavor that has 3 or 4 things that people like, and it's unusual, but that's my biggest seller.
How do you say it correctly?
Frati Gelato Cafe.
There's no accent, so you should go with it. Frati Gelato.
Frati Gelato. Kind of flows, you know.
What's your involvement?
Well, Anthony and I are brother-in-laws, right? And every time we go to visit him in Italy, we'd sit around the piazza eating gelato and say, you know, we ought to do one of these one day. So this is it. So Anthony does the food. Basically, he manages all the characteristics of making the food, making the gelato. I just do the trash and the cash, you know? Focus on here. Well, one is quality, which you hear a lot about from Anthony, and he's a quality guy. And we worry about service. We worry about cleanliness because food, of course, has its characteristics that you have to be very careful with it, and milk in particular, right? It's a great bacteria generator if you're not very careful, right? And last but not least is hospitality, right? So we try to make this place feel like people belong here, right? You know, hey, how are the kids today, right? How's your dad? How'd the operation go, right? You know, and we get involved in the community that way.
What do you do to your gelato that makes it so creamy and smooth?
Well, I learned from some of the masters in Italy, and they taught me little tricks. And also, it's something that has to be fresh. I make it fresh every day. And the other thing is, it's a recipe that has to be balanced. There's a lot of ingredients in gelato: milk, a little bit of cream, and also there's the flavorings and the fruits. And also, I make it the old-fashioned way. I make the base the night before, and I have a special machine that keeps it cold and mixes it. So the sugars and the milk actually blend. So, and also some of the lactose that's normally in milk actually becomes glucose, so that it decreases the amount of lactose in it. So it's actually more digestible for some people that have a problem with lactose. So it's just a process that takes time. It's labor intensive, but if you want a product that's going to taste like mine, you have to take the time to make it that way.
Frati Gelato has the best gelato I've ever tasted, but you'll be pleasantly surprised by discovering that Frati Gelato is not simply a one-hit wonder. Their sandwiches are just as equally amazing. Frati Gelato in Fullerton is definitely a must-try.